Warlock, Master of the Arcane. Alright, welcome all. My name is David Fuchsa, and this is a 4X strategy game that was developed by Paradox Interactive. It's based, I guess, off of the Majesty the Fantasy Kingdom Simulator series, with its Ardanian lore, and gods and units and all its background and such. And if you're not familiar with Majesty, let's just say it can be a very comical universe, at the slightest. But it's filled with lots of monsters and undead creatures and stuff like that as well. Alright, so we're going to jump into this, and I figure we're going to do this on normal, just because I'm sort of new to this. I want to see what the difference was on challenging and normal, and I'm not sure what the difference really is, but it seems like on challenging it is build up a lot more units, and for the most part, I just want to show you off the game. I don't want to have like a trying time showing off all the deaths and difficulties that be found in this. For world configuration, we're going to use the supercontinent, and the reason we're going to use the supercontinent is because the world of Ardania, when you're basically playing in the Fantasy Kingdom Simulator, it was basically a giant continent. It wasn't like, multiple continents. It was just one continent with lots of seas surrounding it. It's a very large continent, so we'll leave on that. Flat world, because I don't think there was any other continents to explore at the time. And let's just say there's only 2 additional worlds that you can go to. And let's knock it down to maybe 5 Great Mages for now. Now, when you jump into this game, there's numerous leaders of races you can play. So, starting with, let's just actually back off a couple here. We'll start with the Dragon Queen. She's basically, I'll say, like one of the first for the human races. So, you have the Dragon Queen. She's like one of the leaders of the human races here. You have Krill the Kingpin, and he's another leader of the human races. You have Maribus of the Hat. He's a leader of the human race. Anna Benign, she's a leader of the human race. Nicholas Frost, he's a leader of the human race. And then the Grand Librarian is a leader of the human race, and Elpers the Internal is another one of the human races. After you get through these guys, you have the Empress, and she's actually a leader of the undead race. King Lich V, who's the leader of the undead races. Rajal, a leader of the undead races. King Rat is actually the leader of the monster race, so he's one of the first of the monster races. We have, after him, Soldil Tavorga, a leader of the monster races. Ashhal the Wisest, a leader of the monster races. Tendril, son of Vendril, is a leader of the monster races. Basically, all these leaders, and then you get to Albern, who's the leader of the Elven race. So that's basically just an overview of all the different guys I can pick from. Now, basically, I'm looking about what I want to do here. Thinking about what, I may want to get for, my leader here. Marvelous of the Hat is possibly a good one to start off with. I actually want to go with a human race just to start out with, just because, how can I say this? I've actually played Majesty the Fantasy Kingdom Simulator, so I have some gist of what each of the different units do. And I can basically showcase that a little bit better, I think. And I'm actually thinking that it might be good to maybe go off with Anna here. She starts off with the favor of Agrella, so she gets a boost towards the healer god, I guess we'll call her the god of life, and she also gets benefits to farming and treasure, which are not bad as well. So maybe we'll go with her. Will be Anna Benign. Now I will note before I just jump into here that if you want, you can customize these guys to be however you want them to be. So I could take out whatever I want in here just to change it up a little bit. Some of these perks, they cost quite a bit to get, so as you can see, if we go down here, some of this stuff is it costs 5 to have. Some of these, favors to gods, they all cost 6. But I think we'll more or less leave it as is. It looks fine, I think, having the treasure and the farmer here. And let's go with that. So Anna Benign enters the fray. And there's these helpful tips, as always in many of these games, where during the loading scenes, they have a tip for you. And that's actually a fairly good tip that we'll get onto a little bit later on in the game, I think. That basically, spells can take a certain amount of time to cast. They can be quick or slow. Alright, so we've jumped in. We are in New Lorminia, and we start off with a rogue for scouting out and a ranger, or a hunter rather. Now, well, basically, much like in Civilization 5, the first things that you do is research, and more or less in Ardania, you know, they're basically what you're doing. You're researching spells, and spells are basically used to manipulate the environment, you know, manipulate your enemies, manipulate your own guys, make them stronger, or you know, just to destroy things with fireballs and such. So at the start here, I can research a few spells. I think the first one we're going to go after maybe is Lizard Fireball, for a simple reason that it's very cheap to research, 3 turns, but also for a simple reason that it'll give me an elemental attack. If I click here, I can see like what I already got right now. I've got Gorilla's Healing, and that'll let me basically restore some health to a friendly unit if I need to. But right now, more or less, my guys are fine, so we'll hold off on that. Now, we can construct a building, and I think what we want to sort of do at the beginning here is maybe to construct a smithy, so we'll do that. And we'll also start building up a warrior as well. And that's something you can start building your fighter unit right away with your game when you start this game. Alright, so I have 2 units I can move around, and I'll just initially be using them to explore around the place, so let's maybe take our rogues out in this direction. And we'll just go across these forests a little bit. So right off the bat, I see there's a lot of swamp over here to like my northeast. I think we'll have our rangers here go out over here. And I can get a quick shot at these guys, these rats, or cockroaches. So those are like, by the way, these are basically, these brown guys are like your barbarians. So referring to like, you know, Civilization 5, these are like the random wildlife that'll come around and try and kill you. They can be very dangerous a little bit later on because unlike in Civ 5, your barbarian enemies actually stay relevant. But for now, they're just, you know, they're the weak stuff. They're not going to be too tough, hopefully. So we're just going to end our first turn. Alright, so I can move around these guys a little bit more. Notice that these guys healed up a little bit. Each turn, usually, you'll find that people heal up, barbarians included, so that'll happen. And notice, well, that there's no zone of control, so I can move these guys out and about. Past these guys with little problem. Now, over here, we've got ourselves a neutral faction. Neutral factions are hostile to you, but they aren't, like, playing to win the game. In this case, we've actually got a hostile, or not hostile, but neutral skeleton faction, so these guys are undead. And my bow guys are going to suck against them because, of course, skeletons have very high avoidance of arrows and such. Anyhow, we'll just go take a shot at these guys. We got critical hits, so we knocked out the cockroaches completely there. Next turn, I can basically just walk onto that and, you know, knock it out, much like in Civ 5, you can take out the stuff that way. Our rogues here is going to go... Alright, looks like we got ourselves another neutral faction up here. Here's some elven spearmen. They're part of, you know, right there's going to be a neutral elven city. I think we want to kind of stay away a little bit from them so they don't attack my rogues. My rogues aren't exactly strong. They're just common fighters. They're not exactly, you know, going to be willing to fight for me, so we'll maybe running over here. Over here is apparently a lost caravan. That's like your goody huts in this game, so we'll want to get our rogues up to that. Uh-oh. So, it looks like he's moving these guys towards me. I want to be very careful of that. But we're just going to move our guys here to get the cockroach den out of the way. Much like in, you know, Civ 5, you get some captured loot for clearing out these, spawners. I think we'll move our rogue over to the lost caravan over here. We can pick those up. And there's another one just ahead of us. That'll be good to get to. Our city apparently hits the growth of 5, or the population of 5. When your cities hit like a population of 5, they'll basically expand out to 2 hexes. So unlike in Civ 5, where you basically have like, you know, culture building up your, like, you know, your boundaries, in this case you're just going to build up your population to do it. And at population 5, you basically get access to settlers. So this city can now build settler units. But right now we're building our warriors, so we'll do that for now. Alright, so we managed to research our lesser fireball. I can choose something else. Basically, when you research a spell, it'll basically, remove that from, the research thing. All the other stuff will still be available, but you can basically, research whatever is now available here. So I can get summon a unit of rats to selected hacks if I want to. That's what I got basically in place of it. I think what we're going to do, though, let's basically research elemental resistance here. This is going to be a long time to research, but it's really worth it if I come across enemies that have like elemental attacks. I built a smithy, and because I got a population increase, I can now build another structure here. We'll build a barracks next, I think. And I think we'll build it right over here in these forested hills. So build it right there. I'll start building a peasant settler because we built our warrior, and we no longer, have that on cooldown. These warriors are not available. Now, something I know about these like structures I'm building, these are basically how you work your cities, these structures. They also count as roads though, so if I want to, I can move across them very quickly. Move my warriors right here, and then I can move right here onto the forest. Now, I think with these guys over here, I'll let my rogues maybe go up here a little bit, but we're going to pull our hunters maybe to explore down here. So we'll let them move back to the swamp, and we'll move them down over here in this direction. And these rogues can just, keep going over to this lost caravan over here. Ooh, look at that! So sometimes you'll get spells from these goody huts. In this case, we got summon ghost wolves. That's a really nice spell to have early on. There's also some wild ratmen over here, so another barbarian type of area. Built a smithy. Those guys were built last time. Alright, well, we got a goody hut over here for these guys, so we might as well pick it up. So we got, ooh, another spell. We got Lizard Heal. Lizard Heal is a nice healing spell if you don't have a Gorilla's Healing like Anna Benign does.
Where shall we go?
You guys can go over here. Another goody hut over there. I guess we'll start beeline toward it. Actually, let's go here. The way pointing and selecting can be kind of a little bit, off-center, shall we say, if you come from Civilization 5. It's a little bit different, so you'll get confused if you're like me. Alright, now, if I want to attack these rats over here, this could be a good idea, or it could be a bad one. Probably a bad one because our rogues aren't exactly strong, but then again, near a wild ratman. Wild ratmen are basically the monster's equivalent of a scout unit, like the rogues here. So what I might want to do, I think what we're actually going to do here, we're actually going to, try and entice them to attack us. We'll leave our rogues right next to them, but we won't actually attack them because they're actually on guard. If they're on guard, they'll take, less damage, shall we say. We'll let them try and attack us. And there they go. So as you can see, we did a lot more damage. So that's the right move.
Yes.
Alright, so we built our settler. We're actually not going to move him right away. We're going to move the other guys first. So in this case, we'll have these guys attack the wild ratmen and get rid of them. So bye-bye. Oop. And there's some more hostiles over there. Those are skeleton warriors. Those are a little bit more stronger than the ratmen. These guys might be in trouble if they come after them. We're going to get our hunters here to move first, I think. And we'll get our warriors to move as well. I'm basically looking for where I can, settle up my settler there, so we're looking around. Alright, we got wolves den over here. There's the elven faction over there. I'm thinking that maybe I want to build a city over in this direction. Maybe I want to build it right over here. Or right there. There's a spider hole over there, though. I better be careful of that. But this seems like the best place to maybe build up my my first city. So we'll have you come in this direction. Note that sellers move very, very slowly. This guy like has a movement of 2. Really, really slow. And I think we'll just build another warrior at this point. As you can see, this game it lets you pump out a lot of units a lot faster than it does in Civ 5. So combat is a big part of this game. And yeah, they're attacking my rogues. My rogues did manage to survive, but they took a massive critical hit there, so that's going to really hurt them.
Your Excellency, someone has humbly requested your aid.
Alright, so we have a quest. These pop up very so often, they basically keep the game fresh, shall we say. We've been asked to found a new city, and we'll get a nice reward for it, so that's something we're obviously going to accept. We'll have you basically move here, I think. We got a Frost Weapon enchantment spell from that. That's very nice. I'm tempted to go down there, but I think what we want to do is we'll move in this direction for now. We'll move right there. That's going to move me really, really close to those man-eating spiders over there. But, oh well. If they come and attack me, hopefully they won't kill my ranger. Move you there. Alright, so the wolves are back over here. But our guys should be able to deal with them easily enough. Those guys, however, are a little bit more of a nuisance, so a little bit nerve-wracking from them. Let's actually maybe leave these guys alone for now. And I'm going to move my guys up here. Or I guess I'm not going to move them anywhere because they're on move points. So I guess that's all they're going to move for now. My rogue needs to get out of where she is right now, so we're going to move her away. We're going to maybe move her down, I guess over here for now. And apparently I moved her right next to the skeleton archers. That's going to suck for her. So she might be done. Oh, they're attacking the wolves down here. And there goes my rogues. Bye, rogues. Ouch. I took a critical hit and my hunters got killed there. Luckily for me, my warriors were able to deal with those wolves very easily, at least. Alright, so now I've got some, monster-eating spiders over here I have to deal with. So that'll be a bit of an issue. But I do want to get my guy over here to build a city. So we're going to move you here for now. Traders come. So every so often you'll have these traders come along. They'll basically offer you these special items that you can use for your heroes. Heroes are basically kind of something you can buy in this game that you can make use of in your battle against everything else. He's offering me this artifact, this cold stone artifact for right now. I think we'll actually buy it just for later.
Clear-eyed and ready.
And I think I'll have my warrior finish off these wolves. I lost one hit point for a guy there, but whatever. There goes the wolf's den. So right now I'm down to 1 unit. This warrior I built up. Oh well. As you can see, they're very defensible, these warriors at least. So they've got that going for them. Alright, you guys need to get over here and back up my settler unit. And my settler needs to move out of the way so that they can get by him.
Yes, my lord.
I'm going to have you. Now, I think what we're going to do here, we're going to actually have these guys attack these guys here. Because, they can do quite a bit of damage to them. And I think we'll buy some more warriors, because, we lost so many units. The one good thing about the humans is that they have very defensive units. Their mainstay warrior guys. They have a lot of defense for them. Uh-oh. I took another critical hit there. They actually sent their spearmen after me over here. So my warriors are taking some massive hits over there. Unlike in Civ 5, you can't instantly heal your guys up. So as you can see, they basically now have, a bit of a problem going for them. And another problem is the fact that these guys move slowly. These guys move quickly, so they'll be able to catch up to me very easily if they want to. Just gonna move them there for now, I guess. They're probably gonna die, these warriors.
Yes.
Okay, the monster eating spires are right there.
Yes.
So we're just gonna hold our settler up a little bit right here.
As you wish.
So you guys can just wait. I wish there was like some hotkeys, kind of like in, you know, Civ 5, where you can make them, you know, wait a turn and all that. They didn't really make the, I shall say, this game very furbished, kind of like Civ 5 did. So it can be kind of annoying to play it. And yeah, those guys are dead.
I can fight no more.
Oh well, I lost yet another unit. There's something to know about this game. You actually want to sometimes send your units out in pairs, so that you know, you basically have less chance of them losing like that. Alright, these guys I think we'll send them right there. I'll move my settlers over here. Now I want to be very, I'm just taking a bit of a risk there, by the way. The spires can attack my settlers right there because, you know, zone of control isn't an issue. They can just walk right around these guys and hit him in the back there. But I'm going to take that risk and hope that they'll go after my warriors because they're in front of them. Okay, over here I think we'll build a train ground right there. And more warriors, of course. And yeah, they don't want my warriors there.
Your Excellency, someone has humbly requested your aid.
So there goes those spiders. But, of course, more spawn, you know, because that is a spawner. Now, I don't want to move them here because of those guys being right there. So, I'm looking at this and thinking, where can I build my city? What we're probably going to do, we're just going to move this guy 1 for now. And then next turn we'll build a city right here, right there, or wherever else I want to do with it. Alright, so we got another quest here. This is to kill these wild servants. They've spawned right there, so I can't even see them. It's always worth doing these, so there's no reason to refuse it, so I'll just leave that as is. But I'll have to build some hunter type units to kill them. Wild servants are flying units, and you can't attack flying units with melee units, so bit of concern there. Alright, we'll send those guys I just built right there. And let's build up some more warriors. Alright, there's those serpents that, you know, I'm being asked to kill. Much like in Civ 5, your city can be used to attack stuff, and there we go, we just killed it and got our reward for killing them. Your capital is very strong at attacking stuff that comes near it.
Warriors.
Alright, you guys. Let's have you rest up. This is something you can do. You can make them rest up, much like, you know, you can fortify your units in Civ 5, you can make them rest up here. I'm just going to have you hold there for a turn.
Attention.
You guys can just keep on exploring for me over here. There's yet another neutral faction right there. Yep. So it looks like a lost caravan got plucked right there. Sometimes this will happen. You'll have these lost caravans drop for you.
What now?
I guess I'll let those guys heal up in their turn.
Settlers.
These guys have lots of HP, which is, you know, one of the reasons they're very durable. Alright, I'm going to do something very stupid. We're going to step right next to the neutral faction here. So we got ourselves a neutral human faction over here, Sunville. And, you know, they can also attack me.
A new spell has been researched, my lord.
Alright, we researched elemental resistance, so I now have access to that. And now I can get healing over here if I want to. I might as well do that, just because that's a nice spell to have. I basically built up a whole bunch of structures here in New Lermidia. And the structures I was building, basically, they let me build up these veterans now. And veterans are basically advanced warrior types, so we're actually going to cancel these guys. And we'll start building up a veteran. Veterans are basically high-powered warriors, shall we say. And we'll just basically use the guys who build up thus far to keep exploring for me. Now I can build veterans.
Clear-eyed and ready.
Alright, these guys have healed up. I'm going to have them go after these man-eating spiders over here.
For glory and honor.
And we got a nice little critical hit to instantly wipe them out. It looks like we've got some donkeys over here, which is quite nice to find. But, let's see here.
As you wish.
You know what? I'm actually thinking that what I might want to do here, I might build in a swamp because I can get access to all these resources and this one down here eventually if I build a city right there. So maybe we'll build on a swamp right there, my city.
Yes, my lord.
And these guys got attacked before, but we can just move them away for now. We'll just move them right there and I'll get that lost caravan next turn. Alright, let's have you go this way. You guys can get the lost caravan. Very nice. Let's move you here next. It's going to take a full turn to walk into that, but I'll take that. I'll bear and grin it. Oh, so we met.
It appears there is another great mage in these lands.
We met one of our rival great mages that we'll have to fight off. These are monster race. It's King Rat.
Greetings. What a meeting.
So yes, we've met King Rat, and you can look in here and see how he likes you. Basically, first impression. He has negative 13 for us. He doesn't think much of us.
Yes, my lord.
Hopefully he doesn't think about attacking us, but he does apparently have a few guys up here, I think. Unless those are neutrals.
Yes.
You're going to move on to the swamp for now. You guys are going to move over here now. Very nice, some more goodies to get. Alright, let's have you move up this way. I'm going to have this guy, I think, move around over here to explore. And that guy can move up there. We'll build our city right here. So we built up
A new city has been founded, my lord.
Livendell. That's the city we built.
Yes, my lord.
And we'll just have you guys heal up a little bit. Note that each turn your guys are getting experience, as well as this conform reaction. If you attack stuff, you have a chance to gain experience, and each turn they'll gain experience as well. So we got ourselves a little bit more experience for this guy. I can get them like resistance here or furious charge. Where else I want to give them? I'm going to give them furious charge for now. And let's just have these guys move over here into forest. And yeah, there's some more Ratman robbers over there. So those are some of his stuff. I built some veterans though, so I think we're good for that. Let's have these guys mosey on over to the Lost Caravan. Oh.
Attention.
Might have to deal with these elves over here still. Now, unlike before, these guys are a lot more tougher than the regular warriors, so they should be able to deal with these guys just a little bit easier. And you guys can just move over here.
Yes, my lord.
And I'll just have you guys just go here temporarily. Oh, there's some flotsam out there. That's like a goody hut in the water. Oh, I think they're attacking me over there. Alright, I think we'll actually start building our peasant settler because there's really no reason not to build cities if there's, space for it. Unlike in Civ 5, there's nothing holding you back from doing so. I think we're going to build a silver mine because you have a little bit of a money problem here. So build that over here. Actually, what's the silver work armor really going to do for me? This will give me access to silver weaponry. That's actually probably better to get, actually. So this is going to actually hurt my goal a little bit, but we'll worry about it in the long run, I guess. I'll be running a little bit of a negative here, but it's fine, I think. So we're good for it. Got another merchant here. He's actually offering me a melee weapon, a magical melee weapon. It does extra magical damage, so sure, we'll take that. It's cheap enough. My warriors over here will have them maybe explore a little bit, so let's go this way. Looks like there's King's Rat territory over there.
Yes.
Let's have you over here. I'll probably enter that next time. Note that lava hills will actually damage the units when you enter them, so you don't want to be in there too long. But we'll be going in there. Nice. Melee resistance. That'll be very nice to have. Alright, so these guys decide to attack my veterans over here. Unlike before, these guys are a little bit stronger than my regular warriors, so we're going to hurt them a little bit. We're going to make them hurt. Looks like he attacked me again.
The new spell research is complete.
Looks like a research healing, so we have healing available to us now. Let's go after Fireball next, I guess. And well, why not? We'll have a little look over here. So that's actually his capital by the looks of it, because of it's like it's hex right out. And he's also got another city over here apparently. So he's got two cities now, King Rat. You guys can cross the lava hills. You'll take damage next turn, but oh well. You'll get them across it. Let's have these guys go here. And right there. And look at that. We got ourselves some rogues over here. They'll be interesting to fight.
Attention.
And let's just have you take another swipe at these guys. So we made those guys retreat. Now these guys might be a bit of a problem because apparently they've still got those fully healed spearmen up there. They could hurt a little bit. The elven units are, shall we say, very, very strong. They move fast. They have fairly decent defense and armor and all that. So they can still pack a punch. It looks like he's going to get his guys to run away from me. Rogues are very weak, though. Oh, look at that. We finally had a lord came.
Someone has humbly requested your aid.
And another quest to found a city. Okay, we'll do that again. So we had a lord come. Lords are basically our hero units. They can be used to, basically augment ourselves quite a bit. They do have some fairly massive upkeeps usually. In this case, this guy requires lots of gold to be upkeep. But he's very powerful nonetheless to have around. So we'll take him, sure. And I have access to like a magic item here and a melee item there. This guy can use magic items, so we can use that on him. So maybe we'll put that on him so that he has a little bit of buff from that. I can put this as storage too, by the way. We'll put him on for now. Alright, these settlers. So I think they're, this is not exactly the greatest setup for putting a city up here. But I can probably put a city over in this direction. So maybe we'll do that for now. We'll send you over here. Let's have our mage come over here, maybe help out these guys. Maybe we'll try and take this city early on. So move him right there. Now technically these guys aren't next to any units, so they can heal up. And maybe we'll do that for now. Let's heal him up for now. Get a nice big HP boost. These guys, however, are next to someone. And they're a bunch of vicious rogues. I think what we're going to do with these guys, we're just going to make them defend, perhaps. And hope that they can hold off an assault from these guys. By the way, you can upgrade your units to veterans if they're, the weaker stuff at any given time. Do as I said, that was to defend them right there. We'll go over these goody huts of these guys. So we got the raise the land spell from that one. That's cool. Let's have you guys move maybe here. And yeah, we'll keep them there for now. I recruit both of those guys, by the way, this turn. So as you can see, now I have a bit of a money problem, for sure. They're going to attack my veterans a bit more. So as you can see, these guys are getting weaker and weaker as they're getting attacked. But they are doing pretty good holding their own, at least.
Clear-eyed and ready.
Let's give them resistance to melee. And we'll just have them defend another turn, I think. These guys leveled up too. Let's give them Furious Charge. We'll have him march over here and attack these bowmen.
For glory and honor.
So there goes those bowmen. They're out of the picture.
Yes, my lord.
Let's have you guys come over to aid him and assist him, I guess. You can just get closer, so let's move him here for now. Now, it's worth knowing, by the way, that you can move into their territory very easily. There's no, like, you know, you don't need permission to walk through a guy's territory. They just don't like it usually. Oh, there's another Great Mage down here.
It appears there is another Great Mage in these lands.
Colleague, still trying to master Firebolt.
So we got Maribus of a hat down here.
Be quick with it. I have much research to do.
So this guy's a little bit more favorable to me than King Rat is. That's a good thing to know. Maybe we'll try getting a non-aggression pact with him. We'll try and get that with him for now. And we're getting a little bit of lag here, so I guess it's going to take a while for me to end my turn. There we go. Oh, the elves decided to attack my veterans there. My warriors got attacked a little bit. Some of his rogues run away.
Clear-eyed and ready.
I could attack those guys if I want to, but it probably makes more sense for me just to keep defending for now with these guys. It looks like he decided to say yes to this,
Have an agreement.
so I now have a non-aggression pact with him. I can build stuff over here, which is very nice. Let's see here. Let's build up the silver mine for now, because I really do need to have more resources, you know, dedicated to food and such over here.
Warriors.
Alright, let's have you. Let's move in here temporarily to get rid of that shroud over there. Move over here. Move him here. Have a look. You know, I'm still looking around my territory, so to speak, to see where stuff is.
Reverence.
Alright, let's have you guys attack these damn elves. So note that when you're attacking cities, unlike in Civ 5, you're actually attacking the units and the cities themselves. So we attacked both of those guys right there. And we're going to attack them both here. So we hit them both. Now note that, by the way, you can't take a city until you kill the unit inside. So if we actually destroyed the entire city's defenses there, if the unit was still alive, it would actually keep the city alive for a little bit. Let's move you here. You're defending. Alright, so this guy, where am I going to build my city with you? Looks like we actually want to build a city near here for this. And we also maybe want to get like the other stuff around here. I'm thinking that I may want to build like a city somewhere up near this one, and like a second city down over here perhaps. Like maybe right there. And then maybe we'll build a city like somewhere over here. So send you down here for now. And we'll start building up another settler unit to go up top. Looks like he's attacking someone with a city. And they came out to attack me. They attacked me again. I took a hit there. They attack my mage. They attack my warrior over there again. Let's have you defend one more time. And you know what? This is maybe be a good time maybe to do this. Let's try and help this guy out with spells, perhaps. So I'm just going to do a quick check of these guys. So right now, this rogue has only 1 hit point, and she has 1 hit point, and he has 2. So let's maybe do this. We're going to cast a spell. We'll cast Laser Firebolt, and we'll use this to try and finish off one of these guys. So there goes that rogue. And that's something you can use spells for, basically, in this game. You can use them like, basically as artillery to help yourself out. Let's have you go over here and onto the hills. And let's just get way into the city now. He got a nice little level from that, so I can give him like a burst to elemental magic. I can give defense. I generally like to have these guys get defensible, my heroes, just so they can stay up on their feet longer. Let's give him wind shield so that basically can reduce the melee missile damage that this guy's going to be doing to him.
Yes, my lord.
Alright, these guys, I don't want being attacked too much, so let's move into the forest for now to get them away from the city. And the settlers can just keep on moving over to this direction. You know, maybe I can build 3 cities over here, to be honest. The game really doesn't reward you to build, like, you know, big, massive, tall cities, shall we say, kind of like in Civ 5. It really rewards you to build really, you know, abundant cities. He's attacking me again. Rogue's gonna move over there. Let's have you heal up a little bit. And you know what? Let's actually finish off this stupid rogue over here as well. So we'll cast Lizard Firebolt to finish her off. And she's now out of the way. Alright, we'll send you out. Let's send you up in this direction, perhaps. Yeah, we'll send you up in this direction. And yeah, let's build another settler. This for the city that will follow. Now, I'll note that, by the way, I'm really hurting my resources here a little bit. Basically, I have like negative gold upkeep, and on top of that, I've also got negative food upkeep. So I'm hurting my populations a little bit in growth and all that. So it's not really something I want to be doing too long, having like negatives like this. But anyhow. Looks like we've managed to destroy Ifskarn's defenses here, so let's have you walk in here. And I capture that city, so that's now mine. I can make use of it as a wish. And then let's move you nowhere, I guess, because you can't move anywhere. Have you heal up a little bit. If I want to, I can build stuff in here. And now note, there's something to note about these like different races that you'll pick up. Whenever you like capture a city for a different race, in this case there's the Refugee Elves, they actually have negatives to like their production and such. So because like it's a different race, they gets like, you know, negative 20% food production, negative 20% gold production, etc., etc. Anyhow, I'm gonna keep this as is though, and we're gonna build maybe a market. We're basically just gonna try and get our gold wolves out of the way, regardless of that little penalty that we'll have here. Start building a market right there. And we'll have you. I'm tempted to build a city right there where I have the cursor. And I think I will. Basically, there's like no reason that you have to build right next to the water if you're like building harbor cities. Boom.
New city has been founded.
Nice little gold boost for that. Basically, if you want to build a harbor in this game, you can easily do so just because, like, you know, essentially all you need to do is have space near the water to be able to build a harbor. So you can be, like, you know, 3 tiles away. If you get your, like, you know, city to expand 3 tiles away, you can still build a harbor. So that's good enough right there. And you guys, I could attack those guys if I want to, but I think we're going to do, we're just going to have them move over here for now yet again. If they keep coming after me, let them do so. Okay, you guys can go onto the hills. Next turn, apparently. And I get the feeling they serve me a little bit longer, those damn warriors. Alright, this can happen sometimes. The diplomacy is very simplistic in this game. In this case, King Rat's demanding that I give him some gold and the spell raise land, or we'll go to war. So we're going to go to war. Yes, it's very simplistic how diplomacy works sometimes in this game. Pretty much all the time. Alright, so these guys decide to come after me. I think what we're going to do, we're going to just defend our guys here, and if they come after me again, they'll know, you know, they'll get injured. We'll have these guys heal up. And I think with these guys, I think I'll have these guys go over towards these skeletons over there, so let's march them into the unknown over here. And my Black Mage will go over here to the Lost Caravan that popped up a little while ago. Pick up the goodies in there. I built the silver mine, so that's helping me out with my gold situation a little bit. You're healing up. Very good. Keep doing so. They apparently ran away. Decide, let's not attack him anymore. Alright, you guys. I'm going in this direction, I guess, so yeah, go over here, I guess.
Settlers.
These guys. So I now own this city. It's going to probably expand up to get these icy plains pumpkins over here eventually, and out to this far. I'm going to say we'll go over here, I guess, with this city. So build it right there. And these guys can just heal up a little bit. That's the cellar I built. Maybe I could build another city over here as well. So you know what? Maybe we'll start building up another cellar unit for that. Whoops! Don't do that. Go this way. If I haven't said it already before, the selecting and deselecting of your units is really cumbersome in this game. Alright, so we more or less just started this game. I got a sort of grasp of my initial surroundings. I think we'll say this will be enough for the first episode, and in the next episode we'll basically, you know, build a few more cities, maybe conquer a few more guys, and we'll deal with King Rat over here who just declared war on us.